Sup guys? Today I'm gonna be explaining my experiences, my personal experiences with the RGB Trilogy, because as you guys know, I just completed it. R standing for Yatagarasu, G standing for Erebus, and finally B standing for Sonic Wave. Oh man, this was a struggle, man. The bulk of this time period was Sonic Wave, definitely. Sonic Wave took me 4 months to beat. 4 months. And it took me 1 month to beat both Yata and Erebus. Like, that is just ridiculous, man. So, I mean, low-key, I started with Sonic Wave because I jumped from Bloodbath to Sonic Wave, which is crazy. Then I just played a bunch of other levels until I got bored, and then I started the RGB Trilogy again because I kind of wanted to beat the RGB Trilogy. So I was like, you know what, why not? I'll beat the RGB Trilogy. So let's first talk about Yatagarasu. So guys, the whole segment of this video is just to go through what I think about every single part and just say what I think about the level and where it should be placed. That's the whole video. So let's get it. So first things first, we start off with Vibrant's ship part. This part, yeah, I'm gonna turn down the volume. This part, not that bad, but definitely is a ship part. You like, if you're just not focused, you can just die here. It's so annoying. And then this invisible Q is so bad. You have to memorize this triple spike, and then this platform, jump off the platform, and then hold 2 times, and then do a slaughterhouse click, jumping off the last frame. In the first 4%, by the way. In the first 4%. Like, that is just insane, bro. That's not even right. So then we get to Erebus's part. This part's not that bad. This part's not that bad. But you can definitely still die here and get angry. Now, this part right here, I can consider the hardest part of Yata's pre-drop. I'm just gonna let it play. Do you see that? Do you see all these gravity switches? Look at this. So this 9% click, not too bad, but you can still definitely die. And then you see, like, there's just a bunch of gravity switches and just so horrible. But you'll eventually find a rhythm into this wave. But, I mean, I did find a rhythm, but this wave is still super, like, inconsistent. It's so horrible. Boogie's part. This part, low-key not that bad, except for that green orb right there. I don't know why, I just always die there. Pretty easy ship part. Swoops. And then, I swear to God, bro. This wave, I don't even know who made this wave, but I'm pretty sure whoever made this wave, I blocked second, I think. Because there's one part at the end of the pre-drop that I will crash out on. I mean, look at how weird this is. You have to, like, find your own consistent click pattern. Like, I found 3 ways to do this wave, which is 1, do these 2 clicks, and then do my pattern, which is this. Yeah, like that. Or you can also go with like a 1, 2, 3, like 3 fast clicks. Or you can hold to the top and then do like a little, like, I don't know how to like explain it, but it's like a little like micro click. Like if you go to the top right here and then you do like a boop, and then like just at a point where you can like do that, but that's the most like inconsistent way. And then with this ball portal, like sometimes you just don't even bounce and like sometimes you just don't even bounce to this platform. Sometimes you just die to this saw blade. Which, I mean, sometimes I also do die to this roof right here, which I understand why, because I go too high. But why does it only happen on some attempts? Thoughts? Is this a bug? Who knows? But I probably could have been doing that part wrong, but I don't know. That part just sucks. We got some pretty easy ship. And then, holy crap, I skipped way too far in that. This part right here, I might have to consider the hardest part, but since there's no like choke pointy wave or like no like tight gaps, I don't consider this the hardest part. This is Wreckage's part. This part, so you hit this green orb, you do 5 clicks right here. You have to do two really fast clicks right here, so you can land on this edge, buffer this yellow orb, buffer this green orb, and it sets you up for like a kind of consistent pattern. And then these 2 blue orbs are so, why do I keep on like, but like those blue orbs are so insanely inconsistent, it's actually insane. Like you just like, I mean, yes, you could technically buffer the second blue orb, but it's so much more inconsistent with that since there's this little guy right here. And then just some awkward ship straight fly. And then this part genuinely annoys me the most. So you jump from this platform, and keep in mind, the spikes are literally invisible. You cannot see them. Like, they're so uninvisible. Like, they're invisible, I should say. So you jump here, you hit that blue orb, you jump the earliest you can. See that you don't hit that platform right there. You hit that yellow orb, buffer that, and green orb. Doesn't seem too bad, but when you see the hitboxes, you'll see it's definitely really bad. I'll just let you guys see that for yourselves. And then this is the drop. The drop is the most consistent thing I've ever done. Like, I was so consistent with the drop. It was literally just the pre-drop. The pre-drop was so annoying. Wio's part is really, really fun. Wio's part, I just love it. Like, it might be the hardest part of the drop, in my opinion, but it's so fun. It makes you so satisfied to get through. And then, no, this is Analex's wave. Analex's wave, I don't think I've ever died here. Ever. I've never died here before. No one's ever, like, I'm pretty sure people have died here before, but I've just never died here before. Never. I found this part the most consistent in the entire level. This part was so consistent. I mean, obviously, that was not my click pattern, but, like, I did, like, a more consistent click pattern. This ship part is decently hard because the spikes blend in with the background, so you can barely even see what you're doing. And then, this part, wait, whose part is this? I don't know. Oh, RoboStrack Dark's part. Okay, yeah. Right? I don't know. But this part, genuinely, I mean, it's consistent. It's more consistent than the pre-drop, but it's definitely kind of a rough part. This part is just all buffers, which is really, really nice. And then ship part. What I do in the ship part, I don't hit that green orb at the end of the ball part, so my ship is upside down. So I don't have to do, like, the bad transition. So I do, like, 1, 2, right there. And then, low-key, that's it. With the ship part. This ball part is tricky, but it's definitely consistent. FXCY. Wait, hang on. What part is this again? I forgot. XCY's part. This part, I genuinely choked at from 0, like, 10 times. I don't know why. But it's just so bad. I don't know why. And then, next part is Vermilion's part. This part, I'll just let it speak for itself. Low key, that was really consistent. Like, I'm pretty sure I've died there like 2 times, my full time. I feel like I was really consistent at that part, but not as consistent as Analex's wave. And then we're at Zelda's part. Wave part, yep. And now we're at Michigan's part. This part I genuinely did choke at like a lot, but once I did pass Michigan, I just like got the hinds every single time. So yep, I mean obviously really hard wave. That 55% transition sucks. And this last jump right here is a frame perfect, I'm pretty sure. And then we're at Lunith's part. This part is so free. But I unfortunately did die here once. That ball click right there. That's just so sad. And then Heinz part, I did die to like 3 times. Not even 3 times, like 6 times. So I got 63 like 5 times. And then I got 67 3 times. Which is really sad. And yes, I did die to this. Of all parts. After that Heinz part, you get to evasion. Now, from here on out, it's just nerf control. Everything is free. Everything. I'm not even kidding. Actually, except for the beginning of Lugia's part, which we are getting to right now. Evasioism. Evasioism's part's free. I've never died here before. Luckily. And then this beginning of Lugia's part is really, really chokeable. Like this wave right here is so bad. Like he does like an extra click right there to make it more consistent. I just do like 1 full click. That's why it's a choke point. And then this ball part, not too bad, not too bad. And then we get to some straight fly. With with nerve control, this is definitely really hard. Because I mean, this is the point where you say like, oh my god, I can beat the level right now. So then after you pass Lugia, you get the funny games part. This is the ending, by the way. The ending is consistent, but I did die to 88, unfortunately. I mean, yeah. After that funny games part, this part's free. Never died here before. My worst fail on Yata was 88. Yeah, it was 88 on Yata. So it was 88 on Yata. And Yata took me 20,677 attempts. That's not bad. Low-key not bad. And also, I was really consistent from Star Pause. I don't know why I was, because I didn't really play the beginning of Yata a lot. My best runs from Star Pause were 8 to 100, 14 to 100, and 21 to 100 X2. So yeah, really good. Thoughts on Yata is like, yeah, this level is 100% pre-drop carried. Because, I mean, some of the parts that you guys saw on the screen looks hard, but it definitely looks consistent. Which, if you say that, yes, you are correct. The drop is really consistent. It's the pre-drop. The pre-drop is genuinely like hell. So, guys, that wraps up the Yata section. So, I'm going to let my completion speak for itself. So, yeah. I will see you guys after the completion in the Erebus section. Yes! Yes! I beat Yatagarasu! Alright guys, so next in the RGB Trilogy is the G in RGB Trilogy. It is called Erebus. This is the level that some people consider the easiest of the RGB Trilogy. And I agree. I'm not disagreeing with anybody. I completely agree. I agree. So just like Yatagarasu, we are going to be going through each part and go get my initial thoughts. So Erebus is actually a minute long, which is actually not what I expected from an RGB level. So starting off with weird gameplay. So this green orb, like, it's so weird. You have to like bounce up from this pink pad and hit the green orb at a time where you can straight fly. This wave, weird, but still pretty easy. Then we got the ball, pretty easy. Easy ship gameplay. I mean, I did die here like a few times and I got really angry. So yeah. Now this wave genuinely brings up the difficulty. Like, look at this. Like, just what even happened? Like, beginners will just look at that and say, like, what even happened? So what happens is you go through this gap right here, this really tight gap. You don't click at all right here because you go upside down. And you do that tight click. And then there's a invisible blue portal right here. So then you have to click in time to hold back up, to go up. And there's an invisible 3x speed portal hitbox right here. And you have to, like it's gonna, like, transition you into the spike, which is stupid. You have to, like, release at, like, a certain time. It's a release timing. Like, see, look how close he was to that. It's because you don't see the 3x speed portal. And then this robot, not too bad until you get to these pink orbs right here. These pink orbs are, like, really, really bad. I used to do a strategy where I, like, fell down, and then I fell down onto this edge, and then I did 2 clicks right here. Didn't even hit the blue pad, I hit the blue orb. But that's just so much more inconsistent. Just do this. Do what he's doing. Do this. Yeah, hold. You hold in the last click, and then buffer the green orb. And 2 clicks, buffer the blue orb. Which, it just sets you up for a better position. I don't know why I did not think about that. And then you get this awkwardly long end screen. I mean, not end screen. Break. Where it just shows Erebus for 8 seconds, by the way. Like, I don't know why this is in the level. And then you get into this part. This, in my opinion, some people think that this is, like, the hardest part of the level, the middle section. In my opinion, I feel like this is the easiest part. 38 to 61, I feel like this is all the easiest part. But I can explain why. So, I mean, you start off with this ship part, then you get to this consistent ball, but I mean, like, sometimes you just die here for no reason. Then blue orb click, really consistent. And then this click right here is actually the hardest click of the section. This is 46%. This click is genuinely so bad. You have to click at the last frame and then pray to God that you live. Like, it just doesn't even look like a real click. And then, yeah, the rest is kind of easy. The UFO is really easy. And then memory, I don't know what he does right here, but what I go is I hold on the blue orb, and then blue orb again, yellow orb, green orb, and then I just do, like, just random clicks. Yeah, and then I do that, yeah. And then this duel is, like, really, really easy. And then we get to the drop section. The memory, if you just, like, learn, then it's really easy. But now we get to the drop section. So we start off with some straight fly, decently tight wave. Then we get to these awkward clicks, awkward orbs. This ball part, kind of hard, but it's definitely chokeable. And then the ship part, in my opinion, is the hardest, not the hardest part, but I mean, definitely the weirdest part in the drop section. This part is so bad. It requires, like, a really weird click pattern. And then this click right here, this click, you see where he's clicking? Like, he's not even touching the blue orb. Like you just don't even see it. Like, the hitbox, this is his hitbox. Like, he's probably hitting it on the last frame. This is 78%. I died here like 5 times from 0. This click is genuinely so bad. So then you have to, like, kind of hold, don't click the pink orb, then extreme buffer that. And then obviously this easy wave. Dual, not bad, but it's definitely chokeable from 0, which I did choke here from 0. I got 85. This part I unfortunately did choke at. This ending section, I died right here. This is 92% right here. It sucks. Died at 92. I know, guys, so funny. I died at 92. And then the last jump is just scary. My overall thoughts on Erebus is that it's a terrible level. It's really boring. No one really likes it. It's definitely my least favorite in the RGB Trilogy. Because I mean, it's very unnecessary. It's not like fitting the theme of the RGB Trilogy of having like really long levels. But if this level was definitely extended by 2 minutes, this level would be the hardest in RGB. Just saying. Even though it's a minute long, it's still really hard. It keeps up with the difficulty of the RGB Trilogy. Which is insane. I'm not even kidding. Like, that's insane. Like, my overall thoughts, I feel like this level is just the worst in RGB. I mean, I've already said that, actually. This level took me 20,561 attempts. Yeah, around that amount. And this level, in my personal placement, I would put this at 330. They're kind of underestimating the difficulty. But also, I mean, Time Extreme is definitely a lot harder, but I feel like Time Extreme is not harder than Sonic Wave. No way. No way. I mean, yeah, guys, that's Erebus. I mean, that's all I have to say. I don't really have much to say about this level. I kind of just didn't really like it as much. So, I guess I'll just let my completion speak for itself. Yeah. Alright. Here is my completion.
I can swallow a bottle of alcohol in 'em. Feel like Godzilla. Better hit the deck like the cartilla. My whole squad's in here walking around the party. A cross between a zombie apocalypse and Bobby. Bringing in just positive. Same reason I'm not so mania shaky. Since the jump positive. Consider it to cross me up. Cross me mistake if they sleeping on me. Hope that I get insomnia. ADHD, hydroxycut. That's the capacity.
Yes! Oh my god! I made Erebus! Oh my god! What? What? Oh my god, I beat Erebus! Yes! Second of the RGB done! Let's go! Alright. Guys, so we've been through the R and the G of the RGB Trilogy. What's missing? I mean, I've already said it. It's B. It's the B of the RGB Trilogy. B, which is standing for Sonic Wave, which is my hardest right now. Sonic Wave, I will say, is definitely the hardest of the RGB Trilogy. It is, I mean, it's not the longest. Yatagarasu is 3 minutes long. Sonic Wave's 2 minutes long. And Erebus is 1 minute long. But choke pointy wise, Sonic Wave is definitely the hardest level in the RGB Trilogy. So, no more speaking. Let's just go into the segment. Alright, so, just like Yata and Erebus, I'm just going to go through my initial thoughts. Alright, so, starts off not so bad. Like, what is that already? Like, that doesn't even look right. I mean, it looks like your cube can fit through here, but if you look at the hitboxes, it's just so bad. This is a 60 FPS frame perfect already. This is the 4th click of the level, by the way. Already a bad sign. Okay, the rest of the cube's not bad. Okay, rest of the cube's not bad. See? It's not bad so far. Now we get to the ship section. Ship section, I will say, is really easy. Even though that doesn't look that easy, it's still really easy. Because, I mean, you just do 1, 2 through the, you just do 2 clicks through the portals. Okay. Ship part is not bad. Alright. Alright. This part genuinely might make me crash out. This is the ball part. Some people consider this the hardest part. But this ball part is so bad. Like, I really don't like this ball part. I really don't. Like, I died here so many times. It is genuinely so bad. Like, those orbs are not bad. But then, look at these clicks. Look at those. Like, these clicks, I'm pretty sure this one, no, not this one. This one right here is a 60 FPS frame perfect. I mean, all of these are just such weird clicks. If you hear the clicks, you'll understand why it's hard. And then this pink orb, like, this is just, you have to hit it in the middle. Not a buffer, it's not a late click. Like, this is legit just crazy. This is legitimately crazy. And then these clicks are just so bad. So that's a 60 FPS frame perfect. This is a 60 FPS frame perfect. And so is that click. And now we get to the dual ball. So, obviously it's not that bad. Obviously I don't do what he does on the last click. The last click I just do 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty sure, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I do 5 clicks. You guys will see in the completion, but low-key it's way more consistent than that. Now we get to the first wave. The first wave, off to the start. What is this? This is already a 60 FPS frame perfect. Click and release. Amazing. And then these portals, I just do 1 click. Portals are not that bad. This has like a weird slope. Wait, hang on. I just messed up. This click right here, the structure, it has like a weird slope that like sticks out so you can hit it way easier. And it's just like, it's so bad. Like, if you guys see the hitbox of Sonic Wave, you guys will definitely see how bad it is. So then this, not bad. This click right here killed me a bunch. This is a 60 FPS frame perfect. Not bad so far. Yep, not bad. This part's not that bad. It's just, I do 1, 2, 3 right there for like for consistency reasons. And I do 4 clicks right here. And then, pretty not that bad, right? Not that bad. So far, it's not that bad. It's consistent, but it's not bad. Now we get to something called the headbangers. This is consistency clicks. I died here a few, but eventually you do get into a rhythm, which is very nice. Like, I feel like my skill set is very consistent gameplay. Not like terrible gameplay, but I feel like my skill set is consistent gameplay. I'll just say that. And then now it's not bad. But then this click, you can already see through the pixelated stuff. Like, this is a 60 FPS frame perfect to the click and to the release. How great. That's 2 60 FPS frame perfects from just 1 click. And then the rest is not that bad. The spam is really chokeable, but not that bad. You get this break cube, which I really love this cube. This cube is my favorite part of the level. You would never, ever, I don't know why just the player did that. You never want to hit these 2 blue orbs. These 2 blue orbs, you can just skip them. I don't know why he did that, because it makes it a lot harder. I don't know why. And then, that's just it. That's for the cube. That's the second cube. Now we get to the second wave. Already, starting off, what is this? So, you can just sometimes like hit this roof right here, but I found it consistent just to go down. But like, what is this click? It's once again, it's like the 49% click. It's a 60 FPS going into it and a frame perfect out. Like, oh my god, dude. This level I think has more frame perfects than I think Zodiac. Yeah, this level is more frame perfect than Zodiac, I'm pretty sure. I did die here once, which made me really sad. It's 6-7%. I don't know why I died there, but yeah. This part, I wouldn't say this part's hard, but it's definitely chokeable. It's being at 70% of the level. So 72%, this is like the hardest part. And then what I would do, I would just do like boom, boom. And then I usually like, I don't know why I did this. I don't know why I found this consistent. But I literally just like went right next to the saw blade. And then right next to the spikes. And then enter through here. I don't know how I found that consistent. But I just did. I don't know. Yeah, and then obviously you don't double click there. It's really weird, but it's definitely really learny. The second wave is really learny. So, I mean, if you're going for Sonic Wave, practice the second wave the absolute most. And the first wave. These two waves are like really, really hard. And then we get the break cube once again. We love a good old break cube. And then this is at 90% of the level, by the way. This is insane. So, I mean, this is like, what even happened? Like, I don't even know. So, there's like my brain's like processing right now. This is the last wave at 90%, by the way. And I died here like 3 times before I beat the level. My worst fail was dying to this roof part right here. My worst fail, that was 93. And I also got 88. So I got 93 2 times and 88. Which I died to this right here. This slope thing right here. I don't know why, but yeah. And then these clicks right here at 94% of the level, by the way. So then after these clicks, you just get to this free part right here. Which you can definitely choke if you're really, really, really nervous. And then that's it. So my overall thoughts with Sonic Wave is definitely my hardest, 100%. But I mean, I feel like Yada has a chance to be harder than this. But I mean, also kind of a low chance because the drop is really consistent. But I mean, so is Sonic Wave. The drop is also really consistent with Sonic Wave. But I mean, Yada is just like, it's like way longer, but also doesn't have as much choke points as Sonic Wave. Which, I mean, I can see why this is the hardest because, I mean, it has more choke points than Zodiac. And Zodiac is 3 minutes and 17 seconds long. That's insane, bro. And I still cannot believe I did this. A jump from Bloodbath of all things. My personal placement of this level, would be at least 280. At least 280 right now. I beat it 280 back when it was 280. But I mean, back then it should have been 260, 100%. This level is so hard. I mean, I guess now we'll just have the completion speak for itself now. Guys, I beat the RGB Trilogy. That's awesome. So guys, here is my completion of Sonic Wave. Let its consistency go either. Yeah, I'm gonna go out to eat somewhere. That's where I'm going. I'm gonna get Raisin Cane's. I just beat Sonic Wave! Oh my god. Oh my god. I just beat Sonic Wave! No! Yes! Yes! Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys. I was so close to dying in 94. I was so close. I was so nervous.